guys, welcome back to my channel. And if y'all want to see how I get this amazing dark vampire look done, then please keep watching and see how I achieve this look in just a few steps. So yeah, if you want to see how I do this, keep watching. Just gonna apply a little bit of lip balm so that my lips are nice and moisturized. Because we're going into a more vampire look, I'm gonna go in with some red contact lenses. So I've actually already washed my face, applied some nice cream, and yeah, I've pretty much done my skincare. Now let's go in with some primer. So basically for primer, I'm using this product right here, and it's the Renee Rose Primer. And I've actually been liking this primer. It makes the face really smooth. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger, massage it on my fingertips, and just slather this all over my face. Little bit on my neck as well. Okay, so now that primer is done, I'm gonna go into some color corrector, and for the color corrector, I'm gonna use my favorite LA Conceal color corrector in the shade orange. And yeah, basically I'm just gonna apply this like under my eyes, on all the discolorations that I have, and pretty much just create like a blank canvas. Just gonna apply a little bit under my eyes and all the discoloration places that I have. Okay, so basically now that my color corrector is applied on my face, I'm going to just take some makeup fixer, and this is the makeup fixer that I'm using is from Falsies. Just gonna shake it a little and then just spritz it all over my face before blending all of this in. So I'm lightly gonna blend this. I don't want to blend it too much, because if you blend it too much, then there's no point of applying color corrector, I mean. I have to say, I really love these red lenses. I'll put a link to from where I bought these lenses. These lenses are actually pretty comfortable, and like they look really nice. So yeah. Actually, before I put on the foundation, I have a little, I have those fake fangs. So we're just gonna wear it and see how it looks. So I didn't apply these fangs earlier because I thought they might give me a lisp. So let's just see how it is. I'll apply them and we'll see if it gives me a lisp, then I'll take it out. I have to say they look very cool. So I don't think these fangs are giving me a lisp. I think they're pretty short and they're pretty comfortable as well. So let's just carry on with the fangs in. I love it. Okay, so moving on for foundation. For foundation, I'm using this foundation right here. It's the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and it's one of my favorite foundations. Just gonna apply this nicely on my face. Like, this bottle is almost over. And I have a new bottle in my drawer as well. So you know how much I love this product. A little bit on my neck as well. Now moving back to my beauty blender, I'm just gonna blend everything in. Okay, I think I'm blended nicely. Okay, now that I feel like I've blended it out pretty nicely, I'm gonna go in with some concealer. Okay, so for now, for concealer, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. And I'm gonna go in two shades. The first shade that I'll be going in is with Beige. And the second shade that I'll be going in is in Amber. And these, I have to tell you, are like super full coverage concealers. You cannot go wrong with them. Just gonna apply them in my inner corner, just a little. Okay, so now that both concealers are placed, I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just blend everything in. I would suggest to blend your under eyes like at the last, so that it nicely sits and sets. Now forget your nose. Plus it's a pretty easy look to pull off, and plus it looks really pretty. For contour, basically I'm going in with this dark shade of foundation. Especially for liquids, I tend to stick with foundations because I don't want to go too dark, like, you know, and mess the whole look. So yeah, I'm gonna stick simple and just go with some nice dark foundation. So basically this foundation is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade Toffee. Don't forget your forehead. Don't forget to bring in your contour here, because that is when it looks really seamless. And your chin. Now I'm gonna go in back with that beauty blender and blend all of it in. So your cheek contour has to be blended upwards. Okay, so now that my entire base is done, it's time to set the base with some powder. So for starters, first for powder, I'm gonna go in with this powder right here. This is the Swiss Beauty Bake It Away Translucent Loose Powder in the shade White. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of powder. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of powder in this cap right here. And I'm gonna go in with this nice soft makeup sponge. Taking a little bit of powder in that sponge. And I'm just gonna press it all over my face, especially where I've put my concealer. Okay, now so I have a little bit of translucent powder in this cap. I'm just gonna pick it up again with this brush. And this time I'm not gonna blend it in, I'm just gonna keep it on my skin like a light bake. As we can see, we have lightly baked our entire face. Okay, so now as you can see, I have lightly baked my face and I don't want to keep this bake in for too long. So I'm just going to take this fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with this pressed powder right here. You can go into any pressed powder of your preference. I've gone in with the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder here. Just gonna take a little bit of pressed powder on this brush. get it coated nicely and just blend everything in. So you will realize that this instantly gives a very smooth and flawless finish to your face. Plus this step also makes sure that you're matte the whole day. Like obviously your oil is going to seep through, but it does keep the oil at bay for a very long time. Okay, so now that your face is done, let's move on to the eyebrows. Not gonna do too much to the eyebrows. I'm just gonna follow my natural shape, and I'm not gonna make them too thick. Also for my eyebrows, I'm using the Wet n Wild brow pomade in the shade brunette. Gonna just follow my natural eyebrow shape. Nothing too dramatic. I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. Okay, now that the brows are basically just lined out, I'm gonna go in with some brow gel and just run them through my brows. This is just to set it in place. So yeah, now we're going to go in with the eyes. For the eyes, we're going to start off very simple. For the crease part, we're going to go in with some brown. I'm going to use this Swiss Beauty palette right here. I'll link the palette's name and basically all the products that I've been using. Their names in the description bar below. So yeah, from this palette, I'm going to take this brown right here. And I'm just going to put it in my crease. Obviously I don't want too much color because this is just a transition shade. Drag it all the way to your inner corner. Okay, so now that we've got the brown nicely lined in well, let's go in with the black. So for black, I'm gonna go in with the Miss Claire single eyeshadow pot right here, and this is in the shade black. So I'm just going to place it on the center of my lids and basically on the entire lid. And to apply the black, I'm going in with this thinner brush right here, and then I'm just going to stamp it on in the center of my eyes. So I would suggest get the black on the lid entirely and then blend it out with that blending brush which you had with the brown. So stamp in the black color first. Make sure you've got a nice even layer of it. Okay, now that I feel like the black is placed down, I'm gonna go in with the brown fluffy brush that I used earlier. And I'm just going to blend all the edges so that this will ensure that I have a seamless transition between the brown and the black. Also going to blend it outwards. Okay, now that I feel both the shades are nicely blended in well, I'm going to do the same thing to the lower lash line as well. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with a smaller brush, take in that brown and just apply to the entire lower lash line. It does not have to be precise. So we are going to cover this with the entire lower lash line, like the entire lash line. Like, can you see I'm taking it down till here? Yeah. Okay, now that we've got the brown on the lower lash line, let's go in with the black. From the inner corner till the outer corner. Now that this is also messily applied, go in again with that brown fluffy brush and blend the edges. We want everything pretty seamless. So yeah, blend your lower lash line as well. So now to give it a more grungy, like like a more flush of color to the entire eyes, I'm gonna go in with some red. And this also I'll link this palette in the description bar below. And I'm going into this darker red right here. And I'm just gonna place it on the crease. As you can see, this is bringing some color to the eye. This gives a more like bloodthirsty look and vibe to the eye look. Blend it in your crease very seamlessly. Take the same thing to your lower lash line. Same color, lower lash line. You can see this is having a nice grungy look. Do the same to this eye. Now to add a little more color into this, let's go in with some purple. Taking a little bit of purple and just applying it in the same places where we put the red. This will give a nice bruised look. So basically on the eye we will have like a mixture of dark red and purple. It will really make our eyes stand out. Take this on your lower lash line as well. You do not have to be neat about it, so don't worry. Okay, so now that the black is applied, I'm gonna go in with some black liner and I'm just gonna put it in my waterline. So for that, I'm gonna use this Sugar Cosmetics kohl kajal and I'm just gonna put it in my waterline. This will basically amp up the intensity of our eyes. I'm also going to put it in my waterline. Okay, so I'm just going to line my eyes lightly with this black gel eyeliner first. And this eyeliner is from Dazller. Now that the eyes are lined nicely, I'm just going to take a little bit of eyeliner and put it in the inner corners and drag it inward to give a more feline shape basically. So for mascara, I'm going to go in with this mascara right here. It's the Maybelline Lash Lift Waterproof Mascara. Now let's go put on some false eyelashes. Okay, so now that we've got our eyelashes and mostly like our eyes are complete, I want to create some nice purpley pink veins in the bottom of our, like in the lower lash line of ours. So for that I'm going to use some face paint. Okay, so to create some veins under my eyes, I am going to go in with this shade right here. This is like a dark brown reddish shade. Then I'm going to mix a little bit of purple, red and pink and just get it like into a nice purpley veiny color. Yeah, till I'm happy with the color, and then I'm just going to draw a couple of veins on my eye. Just gonna do the same on this eye. Okay, now that I've got the little bit of the veins down, I think I need to deepen it up more. So I'm gonna go in with that darkish brown and red color. Just gonna deepen it up a little bit more. We want a little more bloody type vein moment going on. So for the lips, I'm gonna block out my lips first. You want it nice and pale. Now I am going to go in with a red and a black lip. So I'm gonna outline my lips with a black liner. Now to just blend my lips in, I'm gonna go in with this with this eyeshadow shade, and I'm just going to take a little bit of red and just blend my lip line. This will give like a, you know, like a blurred lip who just drank blood, or like, you know, a vibe like that basically. I'm just gonna go in with a nice dark maroon red lip shade. And now just to add a little bit of depth, I'm gonna add a lighter red just to the center of my lips. Just like a small dab. Okay, and now for the final step to complete this entire look, I'm just gonna add a little bit gloss to this lip. I'm gonna just add a little bit of gloss only on the center of the lip. Okay, yeah, so this is the final look. I'm just gonna set my hair and be right back. So hey guys, this is the final look. As you can see, this look actually is really vampy, very you know, very vampire-y, and actually looks really nice and cool. Plus looks pretty classy to me. So yeah guys, if you all like this look, and this was a pretty easy look to achieve as well. So if you all like this look, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.